Hello, this is my review of the Vivobarefoot Tracker FG hiking boots. I've worn these for about say 8-9 months now, and they're very comfortable. I am a big fan of barefoot shoes. I've started wearing them and converting to the barefoot principle for about a year and a half now. I first got these one also from Vivobarefoot, they're basic casual ones, and then I've got these ones, and then when winter comes along I want a pair to go into the office, and then I research around and I absolutely love groundies now, which is like the more fashionable barefoot shoes for like going into the office or just casual wear in general. I am a big fan of barefoot shoes because I've had like long-term knee pain since I was about 10 years old, so it's a problem that's affected me for like more than 20 years. And since I started wearing barefoot shoes, the problem is just gone. And yeah, I just can't be happier. At first, it takes a while to get used to. And it kind of hurt my heels a little bit when I'm walking around like hard ground, but very soon I realized that like my complaints about like I can't stand up anymore, I have to sit down a little bit because my knees are hurting, it's just a goner. So yeah, I totally love the barefoot principle, and particularly these shoes, they are very comfortable. So yeah, I would encourage everyone to try. Um, so yeah, not only that, but so when I went skiing last winter, I thought, well, I'm not so sure, like, because the soles are so thin, I'm not so sure whether it'd be warm enough for me to wear these in the snow. So I brought my old hiking boots to walk in the snow, but my feet just immediately refused to walk in it, and like I just have to stop my partner from like doing like walking trips after skiing for the whole day, because like I just can't walk in those anymore. So yeah, once you've converted to barefoot, it's pretty much no going back. Sometimes you start to love them and just wear them every day. But for these ones, I've had them for like since the beginning of last winter, but I haven't actually done that many trips with them. Um, and but what I find is that not only that I don't have knee problems with them. With normal hiking shoes, I tend to like twist my ankle quite easily, like because if I step on piece of rock that's a bit uneven, I just like go lean on one side or the other and just twist. But because like your with the barefoot principle, your feet can just touch the ground and feel the ground underneath you and react in a certain way. Your feet and your toe can actually grip the ground, which you won't be able to in like normal, like very thick soles hiking boots. So it kind of just stopped quite a lot of injury. And also, if you look at these, um, you actually have your twist your foot and your ankle like all almost to that level before a person can actually fall down. So if you're on barefoot shoes, it's basically impossible to twist and fall down, because like only when you get to that point your body just starts to readjust itself and go the other way. It's just like how our brain works. So if you're not like on a higher level, you will always be able to just cut yourself and you'll never fall. So that's all really, really good. I'm so very pleased with it. In terms of sizing, I before I wore barefoot shoes, I was a size 4 UK. That's like 37 EU and about 7 US. So when I bought my first pair, I actually went to the Vivo store to try them out because, well, they're quite expensive for what it is. Like for a very basic pair of shoes, they're quite expensive. So I want to get the right size. So I found that I'm wearing size 4 for these, but like very soon after wearing these, when I went and buy these ones, I went back into the store to try, and I find that like the sizing for this is a bit tight, and I actually wear a size 5 for these, and I think this is 4 and 5 is the right size for me. So like in general, do go one size up if you want to buy these ones. So there's like one particular thing that I don't like about the shoes that I'm still thinking about whether that should be a deal breaker for me. That is that like even though these are sold as like strong and protective and waterproof, there is a weak point on like all barefoot shoes because like they can roll like this and they're very flexible. You could walk with your tiptoe like this, but on the leather, it kind of means that because the leather is a bit hard, when you go on tiptoe, you're like really putting the pressure on the glue between the sole and the upper, which like gradually that just breaks the glue. And well, for barefoot shoes, they're most of the time not stitched in. Well, like actually I yet to find a pair of barefoot hiking boots that are stitched in, and if you do find one, like do let me know in a comment because I would just want to buy one immediately. So pretty much very soon, like the first trip or not even the first trip, my partner starts seeing that there's a bit of gap here showing like yeah, just even before the first trip, but like I thought, well, maybe it's just his pair, so we contacted Vivo and they just sent a replacement pair for him. By the way, the service from Vivo is superb, and we just got it sorted immediately. But like I think most review I saw online are people that are from the States, and maybe it's just because of the weather. The UK weather is usually a lot more gloomy, a lot wetter, and like storms are there all the time, and you would never go on a hike thinking that you would be dry. Like being soaked is just like a given. Maybe it's because of the weather difference. The shoes kind of last in a different ways. So I have only worn these for 3 weekend trip that I walked for like constantly for the whole maybe 10 hours, and also I don't know, about another 20 times that are like casual trips, casual just walk around the field at the back, or in the neighborhood, but like these kind of gap starts to really show after like 8 months of use. And well, I don't know if it's also because I'm Chinese, which means I am very comfortable squatting down all the way down, and I squat on my tiptoe all the time, especially when I'm in the wood and I need to use the toilet when there's no toilet. I just squat down on my toe, and these gaps just really start to show, and you can even see like the white fabric, which is like your inner sole, that is kind of stitched to the leather itself. So and once it gets to that stage, the shoes just become not waterproof. Well, it could be waterproof maybe by American standards when you're like walking in the desert, but if you're just constantly walking in mud and having to cross river, your shoes will just like you'll just be soaked. But like I'd say that even though the shoes are basically starting to break with just 8 months of use, they are so comfortable and solve so much of my walking injury problems and my knee problems that's affecting me for my whole life, that like both my partner and I just like try to work around it by buying all these waterproof socks. And yeah, I've got a few pairs now. But like since the last trip, it really kind of dawned on me that, well, actually, like if I'm paying £190 for these shoes and it only lasts like 3 big trips, it might not actually be very affordable for me. I don't know. I'm still like umming and ahhing whether this is a deal breaker or not, because like, well, to be honest, I haven't actually tried to glue them up and try and mend that. I have like when I contacted Vivo for the first time to get a replacement pair for my partner, they did mention to me that they didn't sew the sole to the leather because that is a more environmentally way of like when you have to chuck the shoe away, like it kind of maybe degrades better or something. But for me, like making a shoe last is the environmental factor. Like if I have to think about like getting rid of the shoes after 8 months, that's not quite a good sign. Although it really is so comfortable that like it, well, I might just try to glue it up and see whether I can make it work. I just want to emphasize that like once you experience how comfortable it is to hike barefoot, this just isn't really a deal breaker anymore. And I have seen other reviews on YouTube on other barefoot hiking shoes that they basically, the guy's sole has completely come out halfway and he has mended 3-4 times and he still say it's not a deal breaker for him. So it kind of shows that how comfortable it is for people to be willing to have that problem and try to find solutions for it. So yeah, I think I'll just try and glue the sole up a little bit and see how it goes. And yeah, if I do get round to doing that, I will upload the results online. I'll do it, and then I'll go on say 3-4 hikes and see what happens, and then upload my results online if I think that they really are a keeper. And also one of the things that I want to warn you guys, if you still want to buy these shoes after my review, is that like when Vivo, like if you look on their website, they say that like you could roll your shoes like that, and they show you a photo of the shoes rolled up completely into a ball. Do not do that. Like the fact that it can be rolled up into a ball doesn't mean that this doesn't get damaged if you roll it up into a ball. It is just to show you how flexible the shoe is, but it is not to show you how strong the shoe is maybe. And also these shoes are kind of built for the winter, so it comes with thermal insoles. This actually works very well, and sometimes I put it in my other smaller shoes and wear that in the winter. They work very well, but in the summer when I take these out and go walking in these, my feet, like, because I'm a size 4 and this is a size 5 with the sole and it works with the sole, but now that I've taken off the sole, my feet are like kind of a bit too small for these shoes, and on Vivo's website they say that you can take the sole out and still use it as a barefoot shoes, but like if it fits you one way, it doesn't actually fit you the other way. Don't try and do it, because like my feet move in it so much, and it's probably because of that it exaggerates the damages here. So like, yeah, if you do want to use this in the summer and the winter, then buy like another pair of insoles that is for the summer, which I might still do, so I'm not sure yet. Anyway, so this is my comments, that barefoot shoes are so comfortable that like even though there are slight damages in the shoes, the users are generally like happy with putting up with it for a while and finding solutions for it. And I will let you guys know whether I could actually fix the problem myself. Yeah, so that's it. And if you have a good pair of hiking shoes that are stitched up, that are also barefoot, do let me know and I'll buy that immediately. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.